And everybody is Bad Mouth Sports. I'm bringing you a new segment, I guess. So, yeah, my sister, she started playing fantasy football this year for the first time, and she's 3-0. She's dominating, actually. She's going up this week against my Uncle Traeger, who's also 3-0. So, it's a real big game for her. I'm super excited. So, she reached out to me earlier today and she said, "Hey, can you go over my team and see if there's any adjustments I should make?" So her roster is Patrick Mahomes, Rasheed Rice, DJ Moore, Jawan Jennings, Alvin Kamara, Carson Steele, Tyler Conklin, Alvin Lazard. She has Darnell Mooney on the bench, Quentin Johnson on the bench, Gus Edwards on the bench, and Bucky Irving on the bench. Her kicker is Fairbairn, and her defense is Detroit. So straight off the top, I think her quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, that's solid. It's against the LA Chargers. It is a divisional matchup. It will be kind of a battle, but Justin Herbert might not be in that game. I don't think he's been officially ruled out, but there's a good chance he's not playing in that game. So that means the defense on Kansas City has the upper hand to get the ball back more often. So hopefully Patrick Mahomes is on the field a little bit more. And I think like they need some type of confidence booster. And I wouldn't doubt if they just went in there and punched, the Chargers in the mouth. Rasheed Rice, that's a great starter right there in your lineup. DJ Moore, he's finding ways to get it done, and they're facing the Rams this week. The Rams looked good this past week in that comeback against San Francisco, but I don't know if that's prescriptive and if they're going to destroy Chicago that way. Chicago does have a pretty good defense compared to San Francisco currently. Not on paper, but currently, as far as like stats go and statistics, Chicago looks better. But they're facing a beat up Rams. I think they're going to run the ball with Kyron a lot more. That's what it's going to be. On the other side, though, I don't know what Chicago wants to do. The Bears, they need to get the ball to DJ Moore, I think, to win more games. That's my opinion. I think he's one of the better guys out there as far as offensive weapons go. I truly do. Jawan Jennings, I think that's a great matchup, especially going off against the New England Patriots, especially after the week he had. I don't think he'll have another 3-touchdown, 171-yard week. I don't think that is in the cards. But from what I've seen from Brandon Ayuk, Kittle's probably going to be out again. He's dealing with a hamstring injuries. Those tend to linger and re-aggravate and things like that. So Jawan Jennings is still going to be a main part of this offense until you see Debo back or Ayuk getting his shit together. But I don't see that happening this week, especially against New England. Both of these teams, their defenses on the stronger end, but I think Jawan Jennings gets it done because I think Christian Gonzalez is just going to cover Brandon Ayuk, kind of shut him out of the picture, and then Jawan Jennings hopefully is just happens to be the open guy. If George Kittle is back, I think it takes a little bit away from Jawan Jennings, but I also think it helps him get the touchdown in bigger play moments. Alvin Kamara, I know it's listed as questionable. It's something to do with like it said hips, ribs, practiced in a limited fashion on Thursday. He didn't practice on Wednesday due to a hip pointer and a rib injury. That's just maintenance related. I'm going to say it's Alvin Kamara. He's 29 years old. He's, that's just kind of what veterans do. They take a rest day. It's football. Getting beat up, it's like a boxing match. You don't have back-to-back boxing matches. And even practice, there's risk injuries involved. I think he's going to be fine. They're facing off against ATL. Fire him up after 26. Yep, I like that. Carson Steele, I like it going up against the Chargers. I think the only thing that I would have concern over is you might want to find somebody to trade with, Bullies, because right now you are super stacked on Kansas City. I guess if you're going to be super stacked on a Kansas City team or on a team, Kansas City's the team to do it. Tyler Conklin had a good showing at tight end last week. Hopefully he can continue that going against the Denver's defense, who's allowed a lot of production to the tight end position. I do think it would be behoove of the Jets to get their tight end more involved, but that's just me. We'll see what happens. We do know Aaron Rodgers in the past has liked using a tight end, especially when needed. He wins games. That's how he does it. But you also are Double-headed over here with Alan Lazard. I know you kind of took an L with Alan Lazard not being in your starting spot one of these weeks, but I would actually maybe swap him out with Darnell Mooney simply because they're going to have to pass to win the game over there. And I know Derek Carr had a down week. I know Saints had a down week, but that defense is really stout over there, and they're going to be covering. They're going to be covering Kyle Pitts. They're going to be covering Bijan Robinson. They're going to be covering the other wide receiver. I can't. London, Drake London. Jeez. So Darnell Mooney might have those possibilities for big plays. So he has the opportunity to score big on a big play, on a bust or something like that. And that's why I would put him in over Alan Lazard. Alan Lazard, it's just that's scary to me. 22 to 11, like he's hot, he's not, he's hot, he's not. Even then, he was only targeted 3 times, 3 catches, 48 yards. He just happened to score a touchdown. Without that touchdown, it's only like a 3-point week, so or a 4-point week. That's why I wouldn't play Alan Lazard, but also because you're stacked with Conklin, and I don't like stacking, and then you're like double stacked with 2 teams. So that's some advice I would give to you. Otherwise, you're looking pretty solid. I mean, you're 3-0, so whatever you're doing over there, just keep it on. You're doing a lot of dropping and picking up players. You're rolling with the flow. I mean, that's the part of this league. You can kind of add drop as you want. There's not really waivers or anything like that. So it's just a family league. I wish more people paid attention because there's just guys sitting on benches. And there's teams that have 6 people out starting, whatever. It's family league. It's no crying aloud. So I'm done with my tears. But yeah, Bella, I think you're doing great, especially for your first season. I don't know if it's beginner's luck or whatever, but 384 points so far. Like that's really, really fucking good. Most people I think are in like the 270s right now, 240s. So congrats to you on dominating and picking the right players at the right times, at least most of them. Yeah, I mean, good luck against Traeger, your Nino. So hopefully you beat his ass. He beat me last week, and George Kittle didn't even score a single point because he was out and he started him. Fantasy football. Yeah, I'm 1-2 in this league. It really sucks. But yeah, so that's what I would do over there. Good luck this weekend, Bella. Good luck. Much love. All right, peace.